Well, hello and welcome back to our Interloper series in the Long Dark. As you'll notice, it's a rather late start getting out of here. We've just had to survive another blizzard overnight, which makes this our... Goodness gracious, I don't know. It makes it something, that's for sure. Nothing pleasant. Here's hoping Mystery Lake has... Yeah, you are going to need to eat soon and drink soon too, but we're more worried about the cold than anything. We need to get you out of this wind. We hustle up next to something, gives us some wind protection. What is our temperature? 15 degrees, even in the late afternoon. You know, that's not good. Negative 23 degrees is our air temperature. We really are not going to be able to be outside for long periods of time without risking hypothermia and condition loss. Which isn't exactly conducive to our explorative nature that I'm used to utilizing in the Long Dark. But then again, this is Interloper, and it kind of pampers you in terms of, well, I can't say pampers, but goes easier on you than Stalker in terms of your needs and conditions. But boy, oh boy, does it go way harder when it comes to available loot that just exists. And way harder in terms of weather and animal respawns. It's absolutely crazy. Of course, Coastal Highway isn't really a good long-term region on Interloper, I don't think. Obviously, this is the longest I've ever gone in Interloper to this date, so I can't really speak from long-term experience on that end, per se, but, you know, Interloper doesn't really feel terribly viable on Coastal Highway due to the vast amount of blizzards it seems to get on a regular basis, and known, even from lower difficulties, overall temperature compared to some other regions, although it's not bad, to be honest. You know, Timberwolf Mountain and Pleasant Valley are both worse regions to stay camped out in, simply because of the fact they had worse weather than Coastal Highway, and they're colder in nature as well. Like, I really don't know how scaling Timberwolf Mountain's gonna work. Granted, if we can leave plenty of loot behind in Pleasant Valley and at the Mountaineers Hunt before scaling the mountain, I think we'll be fine, because I have the Moosehide Satchel and our clothing's not terrible. So, given some proper time, we probably be okay. There are deer bounding around here somewhere. Pretty sure I've checked all these before, but apparently not. Maybe I've not yet made a visit through here, and it doesn't seem to matter because, well, it's not much. I'd light a fire just to get this deer carcass, but there'll be plenty of that for us to get in Mystery Lake, so we'll just continue on the way because we're already cold and spending any more time outdoors than necessary isn't really my brightest idea of a good time. So we're just gonna try and make it to the dam before nightfall, hopefully. Man, this deer just really wants to be shot, doesn't he? We're gonna get these cattails though. I don't need the tinder. There's some coal for us to pick up here along the way. I wasn't expecting that. My pack is probably quickly approaching 90 pounds, if not over. Don't know how much more I can reliably carry. Hopefully, enough to get us to Mystery Lake. I know I've pretty much done large loot runs through Mystery Lake, but I'm sure I've left plenty of good enough stuff behind. Plus, I've got my main tools with me. The real reason we're leaving is to get some more arrows, because arrows are my life and death in Interloper. And right now, I can say I am at quite a disadvantage when it comes to maintaining that. I'm still good on the bow front. I've got my one bow at 20%, and I have a whole nother brand new bow ready, raring to go. And I have another cured maple sapling just waiting in inventory to be turned into a bow. We've got all the guts in the world. We're set on that. The only other thing that's really going to make a difference is getting a second pair of undies. Because we don't have anything there yet. So a second pair of undies is going to help greatly. And then we also still need if we can get it in time, another pair of deerskin pantalones. Once we get that, we should be able to offset the cost of traveling and weather and everything else by a fair bit more than we already have, and then we should be ready for Timberwolf Mountain. We've already reached the temperature drop cap nearly, so the goal of getting there fast is gone now. There's no point in it. Maybe if we had started there, we could have done it if we could have gotten enough fires off to keep us warm. But as it stands now, that's just not going to be an option. Hopefully by traveling, we'll all be plenty tired by the time we reach the dam. Tired enough to sleep. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess. It is going to be a little sketch going through Mystery Lake because that whole entrance there is now a minefield to traverse due to the fact you've got the moose, possibly the moose, down by the trailers there, and that wolf that haunts that area. Although I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, I could be wrong, but on Interloper I'm not certain that one wolf camps out by the trailers anymore. I think he might have shoved off a new location. Did I not pick up all my meat? No, we're running on cattails. I left all my meat outside. I didn't pick it up. I'm a bad person. So we have 11 cattails. Oh my goodness. I've just killed us, haven't we? I have 11 cattails for my sustenance now. All that meat is sitting right outside the front door to that, that fishing hut. Well, not hut, but the camp down there. Well, temperature's still cold. I think we're gonna have to light a fire. I don't know if the condition loss is gonna be that good or not. We'll wait till we make it, well, we're nearly there. There's not a whole lot to Raven Falls. All we gotta do is book through here, not stop for anything, and we'll be okay. I can pretty quickly secure some food in Mystery Lake. There's still plenty of cattails to acquire. And deer should be plentiful. So I'll be okay. Largely. I would hope. Largely okay. For getting off my food needs. But 11 cattails is going to be cutting it pretty close. It's gonna take 6 of those tonight, right? 4 of those tonight to fill us up. No, we'll take 5, yeah. It's gonna take 5 cattails to fill us up tonight, so we have 2 days of food if we only eat at night. I have enough materials to make some tea. I hate wasting materials for tea like that, but if push comes to shove, I can cook to keep us nice and tasty warm, but not pleasantly so. Well, that's a bummer. I can't believe I didn't pick that meat up. That was gonna be like my insurance package, and I'm not heading all the way back. It's too late for that. I've already come this far. I mean, there should still be some packaged food left in Mystery Lake, maybe. It's been so long since we've been there. I've probably missed some. There might be 1 or 2 things to acquire. Maybe. Question is, where do we want to set office up? In the dam or at the camp office? I'm guessing the camp office. It's closer to a lot of amenities. Trappers is too far out of the way in that tiny secluded corner to be of worth. Oh. Have some of the best gear Interloper can get you. -1 pair of undies and 1 deerskin breeches. And, oh, so I'm about to do ear wrap spawn in Loper. I don't think they do, so I don't think I can get anything for that accessory portion. Anyway, we're nearly to warmth. We'll be okay. I calculated this trip pretty well, considering known distances and weather survival and everything like that. I think we'll be largely okay. The only problem's going to be the food. I'm kicking myself so hard right now for leaving all that food right outside the front door. The fishing camp. It's gonna be wasted by the time we ever get back. All that food is by the time we ever get back to Coastal Highway. If we ever go back to Coastal Highway. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I've left behind in all these containers, so we may eventually make a trip back there. But the long-term sustainability of that region is questionable for me. I feel like we're going to be restricted to the upper mountain zones where it's a little bit warmer, such as here, Broken Railroad, Mountain Town. The Skeg is survivable, but I'm pretty daunted by the prospect of surviving there in Loper because it's going to require a lot of fuel and good daylights to get Maglan's fires off. Beyond that, it's not really a appreciable region for Loper. I mean, it's alright if you start there to get the cattails and book it to Mystery Lake, but I don't know. Did I check these containers up here before? Is there even a container up here on Loper? Probably not. Probably wasted my time to even bother coming up here, huh? Yeah, wasted my time. Okay, what am I standing on, game? Seriously, I'm confused. Yeah, that's what I thought. You need to get your terrain Gibbs fixed. Oh. May eventually climb down there at some point. Of course, these guys are empty because I came through here once before. Alright, almost home. Well, home. Almost a shelter. It's not going to be our home yet, but we'll make do. Still can't believe 2 wolfskin coats isn't enough in Loper. I never really knew a whole lot about Loper till I started playing it. I had never played it before, I just knew it was the hardest difficulty. Never ever clicked on it, but Stalker has been becoming far too easy. I needed something challenging, and this is it right here. I only wish it wasn't quite so challenging in the way it is challenging, if you know what I mean. Like, well, I don't know, because the temperature being your #1 enemy causes you to have to force yourself to make planned trips, and the wild weather variance makes planning trips hard, impossible almost, and predators being far more deadly causes you to have to play far more cautiously, which completely limits. Oh God, is this birch? Saints above, it's birch. We got 9 new arrows. The only viability of why I'd go back to Coastal Highway is once we've exhausted all the other natural resources for weapons production that exist in every region. So I'm thinking that's... I really don't know interloper values for the different regions. We need to get to shelter though. I'm not positive to interloper values to the different regions, but knowing what Stalker level levels of things are compared to Voyager, I would say there's maybe 5 maple saplings and maybe... Why is it so foggy here? Maybe 10. Maybe 10. Birch saplings per region. Please no Wolfie. Just want shelter. Just want shelter. Oh, I have been through here. Completely raided this place. Ooh, search, what's in here? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. A metric buttload of ruined clothing. I don't think you can harvest ruined clothing, can you? Oh, you can. Okay, so it's still good to harvest. Alright, so we have a metric buttload of ruined stuff we can harvest. Which is good to note. I have some backup clothing in here, might be worth keeping repaired, just on the safe side. Okay. No food, though. No. Food, we're on our own for what's in our inventory. Alright, well, we're not sleeping just yet. As reasons. And we're warming up nice and quickly. We're down to 46% condition. I was hoping to make it for 50%. What happens? Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Interloper. This has been one of the most adventurous episodes we've had in a long while for Interloper. Woof. Constantly puts me on my toes when I have to stretch my comfort zones in Loper. Anyway, I will catch you guys in the next episode. Stay safe and most importantly, stay bloody warm out there.